Well, we got another demo video here coming up. I've been working on my console. I made this piece here. I have a piece of ABS plastic, coated it with some bed liner, and then I sanded it down, and then I repainted it. So it's kind of, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to blend in a little bit. Fits nice and snug on there. I got this right here, my bass knob. I got the stuff on the back. Actually, I want you to take this off, so that way I don't have to explain it so much. I gotta take my faceplate off to get it off. But inside here, I have a box with 3 sections. Some LEDs in the middle. Then I came up with this logo. It doesn't really stand for anything yet. It's like a WA. I don't know. It sort of looks like a W and an A. Like Warrior Audio or something. I don't know. I come up with some cool reason for sketching that out. I don't know. It just looked cool. But I got that lit up green. I need to wire this stuff. I had it wired up to a USB just to test it out. And then on the back of my pretty much a bass knob, just a potentiometer or a variable resistor, whichever you prefer. And I just took it out of its housing, made a little wooden frame where I don't have it hooked up right now. And then below it, I have a single LED off of a strip. I'll focus. And hot glued. It looks pretty crude, but. And then the little piece of cardboard is just to keep the light where it's supposed to be, because I need to sand a little bit on the side there because it don't quite fit in my box. But and on this end I have a spot for my auxiliary, which I have ran off to the side right now. But she fits in there pretty good. She don't come out. I'm gonna straighten this up some. Yeah, I needed that box to support it, support the weight. Alright. She's straight. Faceplate back on. But yeah, I got this. This lights up blue, this piece of acrylic here. And then, like I said, I just made this little wooden ring here that I glued on there for my ease of visibility there, nighttime. But I'm kind of proud of it. It makes it look a lot better than what it did. I was just sitting in there. I had a little wooden, I'd say like a box, but just 4 little pieces of MDF, screwed together just for that to sit on in there, and it looked pretty ghetto. But I got the Power Acoustik RZR2500. I try not to get on my little spiel about my little soapbox about this amp. It's not a bad amp really for price. I mean, a lot of people agree, but they give it a 2 ohm impedance rating at I don't remember what it is. They on Budget Jimmer Bus channel, he tested it out and it did a little over 800 dynamically, and I think it was in the high 7s or mid 7s RMS at 2 ohms. But alright, where do you get 2500 watts out of that max? Because most manufacturers that put the fantasy max number on the outside of the amp, they base it off of it's double whatever their maximum RMS is, So, my take on this is that I got this wired. I got my Kicker CVRs here. I got them wired down all parallel to a half ohm impedance, but the amp doesn't see that with boxer eyes in the wiring. I'm between 1.1 and 1.4, but I mean, from all I can tell, this is a 1 ohm amp, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I had the power supply capable, because I blew the fuses in it one time. Well, actually 2 minutes after I first wired the subs in parallel, I fried the 2 25 amp fuses, and I've got 2 30s in there now, so that gives it a little bit more fusing. But, you know, with all said and done, I think the maximum I've got out of it was probably about 850 to 900 watts so far, without it going into protect. But I know it's drawing. When I had it hooked up in a 2 ohm configuration, I had my subs in series parallel. My headlights wouldn't dim at all. Like, it was loud, but now it draws enough current to where, like, I can get my headlights and my dash lights go almost completely out at nighttime. It draws a lot of current. I mean, enough to where my factory system won't handle it, you know, without a capacitor and another battery. But what I'm saying is, okay, it's a 1 ohm amp, and it's probably capable of 1250 watts, which is half 2400. So why don't they just give it, you know, why don't they just give it a 1 ohm minimum rating? It'll make sense, you know. And if they'd advertise it as a 1250 watt amp, it'd be a hell of a lot better than, you know, 750, you know, 2 ohms. Because, I mean, you do the math, it'd figure up about right, too. And then that'd give you your 2500 max, you know, double its 1 ohm rating. But, so, why they do it the way they do, I don't understand. And people are still going to buy them because, you know, it's a $100 amp. I mean, shit, I got this used and I paid half that for it. For my brother, you know. $50, best $50 you spend, you know. But, I mean, for the, you know, gain, the sound quality, you know, the gain on it, I don't have to use a whole lot of gain, even on the 2 ohm rating. I mean, I tried a different amp out and had to have the gain cracked all the way up, you know. And I don't know, I think it's a good amp, but I just don't understand the rating. Enough of my bullshit. Let's see some shit shake and vibrate and stuff. So far my loudest song, here, let me start the car up. My loudest song so far, if you're still sticking with me, I screwed my car. Once it gets warmed up, the mass airflow sensor, I believe, is bad, is what the code says. But once it gets warmed up, it likes to die. Unless I put it in gear, put a little load on it, see if it'll work. Yep, it's working this time. Good. Just hold the brake. Alright. Crank up the old Alpine. But what I was getting to is, so far from my testing, I believe my loudest song, and a lot of people's loudest songs here, and do on their phone, is Where's Old Wiz on my level. Is probably one of the best bass songs really there is, other than actual bass music. Because when I had my first system back over 10 years ago, I had a set of 12-inch diamond audios and an Obcon Pro Series box. It was like a $400 box. But was it the Obcon Freak Series box? Actually, I don't know what they go for now. I've never seen one other than the one I had. But that was a badass system, even compared to my Kicker CVRs. But this song wasn't out then. But yeah, back then we didn't have all this digital download and stuff like that. We had to buy a bass CD, you know, and listen to. I had a pretty cool one. I don't remember what it's called, but enough of this. We'll pull up on my level and we'll crank it up. See how much shit we can get to vibrating around here. A bit distorted. Photo microphone don't like pictures. Oh, protect. Turn that a little bit. loud song, hits you decent frequencies.